Hi, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Dairy Magazine, reporting to you from Tulare, where I met with Jeff Roberts, president of Harvest Tech, who talked about the importance of identifying relative feed value in hay.
Once you get the relative feed value identified in the field, we can print it out. We can watch it on the monitor, we can print it out off the baler, and you can have a printout of what you just baled, but doing something with it later on so that you can improve the feed efficiency or the consistency of what you're shipping is the name of the game. So we can take it and we can put a tag on it. The basic benefit of identifying relative feed value coming out of the field is it takes out the guesswork that is involved in what is currently the accepted practice. Corn and bale after it's made, 1 out of every 20, 1 out of every 30, and deciding that the hay in that stack or on that load is represented by that random core. The benefit of having the precise number per bale or for the composite number of the entire stack or truckload is that you know what the value, and you can precisely feed for that value instead of guessing. We've just recently developed a processor that calculates the relative feed value, or TDN, of alfalfa for large square balers. The importance of it is that there's variation within fields and from field to field that's very difficult for producers and feeders to track. We can identify the relative feed value as the hay is produced, and we can either put it in a printed out record that's generated as the baler runs, or we can put it on a tag that is attached to the baler twine and can be used for later sorting and feeding the hay. We did a study on the 200 cow dairy at Utah State University that has a high hay diet, getting around 20 pounds of alfalfa per head per day, and the response by sorting the hay based on relative feed value was significant, between 4 and 6 pounds per head per day. It takes a little bit of extra management to do that. You have to be able to identify what the relative feed value of that hay is, first step, and then you have to be able to figure out a way to separate it out as it's either purchased or brought out of the field, and then as the hay is fed and the ration is made around that hay, adjust for that more consistent lot of hay. We think that it's worth it if you have the ability to sort your hay. We have the ability to measure the relative feed value or the TDN and give you those numbers so that you can use some precision in feeding alfalfa.
Eliminating some of the guesswork in our management practices is worth looking into, especially in the current drought. Learn more about these things in California Dairy Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.